Why am I being arrested?
You know, you're being detained.
For what?
Because you're refusing the ID, refusing to cooperate.
And 3802.
Okay.
You know 3802?
Go ahead. Let me hear it.
What does it say?
You go ahead.
What is the premise on which I have to ID?
What's that?
What's the premise on which I have to ID? If I was arrested,
You're not arrested. You're being detained.
Hey everybody, it's James Freeman, and today's video is coming to us from Leander, Texas, where the Leander Police Department received a call from a Pam Luna claiming that she saw a young man walking down the street with a gun in a holster on the sidewalk and claimed that the kid looked or appeared to her to be about 16 years old.
How's it going, bud? Hey, I'm Officer Pacheco with Leander PD.
Yeah.
205, I'll be out with you. Are you carrying a firearm right now?
Yeah.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm old enough to carry one.
Huh?
Old enough to carry one?
Okay,
Yeah,
so we got a call saying that there was a young teenager at her walking around.
No.
Firearm. So how old are you?
Well, old enough to carry one.
Okay.
Old enough to buy one.
Okay, so how about you show me your ID?
No, we're good.
Okay. 205, I need a second one, step it up, refusing the ID.
For what?
Because the call we got was that there's a teenager, all right,
Yeah,
who's out here carrying a siren. I don't know how old you are. Okay.
That's the thing. Like,
Okay. Well, so I'm out here on a lawful call. Okay.
Right,
All you gotta
right.
do is ID yourself. If you're 21, then I cut you loose. You're good to go.
No.
You know how it
That's
is.
not how that
Whenever-
works.
Yes, it is.
No.
It's exactly how it works. I have every right as a law enforcement officer to request ID from anybody open
Right,
carrying.
and I can refuse.
Okay, then go ahead. Turn around.
Alright, so this is a sticky situation. Let's just say that a reasonable person would assume that Xavier is under 21 years old. He is carrying a firearm, we can see that. That would constitute reasonable articulable suspicion for this stop. So now they would either need to determine that he's under 21, which would give them probable cause for an arrest, or over 21, which would dispel the reasonable suspicion and make it so they have to release him. However, in Texas, Penal Code 3802 says that a person doesn't have to give ID to the police unless they're lawfully arrested. So you see the stalemate that we're in here, right? He can either give ID and dispel the reasonable suspicion, or he can exercise his right not to, and we're going to be here for a very long time.
Turn around. Put your hands right back, sir.
Okay.
Don't wait for your firearm.
Why am I being arrested?
You know, you're being detained.
For what?
Because you're refusing the ID, refusing to cooperate.
I don't need flight.
You're armed with a firearm.
You can't detain someone just for carrying a gun.
But I detain you for refusing the ID. Somebody carrying a firearm.
That's not the
205, show one detained. Come on.
You know what
That's exactly how the law says.
What does it say?
The law says that. Hold on.
Which code?
Hold on. You can keep interrupting me, or are you gonna?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, I can request ID anybody, okay, to prove age for anybody open carrying. I don't believe that you're 21. You look younger than 21. Okay. The call that we got was approximately 16-year-old. We're out here open carrying. Okay. So that's what I'm responding to.
Do I look 16?
I don't know how old you are because you won't ID yourself. I don't believe you're 21. If you're 21, then that's fine.
I'm 21.
Okay.
Or I'm over 21.
So now you will be. So you're not 21.
Huh?
So you're 20.
No, I'm over 21, I said.
You said you will be 20.
I'm over. I said over. I promise.
Okay.
I'm well over. I also don't consent to
I'm not searching you.
seizing. He seized my property.
I'm not. I unholstered you and I put it
That's
right here.
seizing it.
Okay.
He took it from me.
Okay. We can do this all day.
And 3802.
Okay.
You know 3802?
Go ahead. Let me hear it.
What does it say?
You go ahead.
What is the premise on which I have to ID?
What's that?
What's the premise on which I have to ID? If I was arrested,
You're not arrested. You're being detained, and as a peace officer,
you're detaining me.
I have the right to request ID from you and to obtain ID from you for anybody that I think might be violating Texas open law carry. Okay? You're refusing ID yourself. I don't know if you're 21 or not. Right?
What's your name?
Officer Pacheco. It's right here.
Pacheco?
Okay. So just relax. I'm just gonna pat you down for any other weapons. I'm not gonna search you. Okay? Is that Leatherman knife? What?
No, I don't think it might be my wallet.
I don't care.
Do it again. That might be.
It felt like a long.
Square.
Yeah, well, it felt like a long metal piece.
It should be square, right?
I know. As long as it's not a gun. See here?
I'll give you permission to take it out and look at my DD now.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that you already put me in the situation.
Now you want to cooperate.
Yeah, because you're unlawfully detaining me.
So it's your mag.
That's
okay.
mag. Check my front pocket. Or on my breast pocket. Nothing?
Your breast, you don't have a breast pocket.
Yeah,
you're
on the
talking
inside.
about
I thought it was in there.
All right.
Check this. Hold on, I gotta put out my ID on me.
You have keys. So now you have no way to ID yourself.
Yep.
Right? You got no way to ID yourself. You got no way to prove that you're 21. All right. Can I go into this pocket and see what this is? Do you have an ID in there?
No.
You don't have no ID.
If it feels like keys.
It feels like keys and it feels like a knife. So that's fine.
You can take it out.
I don't care if it's a knife.
It's not a knife.
Okay.
Yeah,
Turn around, sit back.
I don't have to ID
Okay.
until I've been lawfully arrested, right?
You're not.
And you're detaining me for not IDing?
I'm detaining you. So circumstances change when you're open carrying, right? You're open carrying right now, okay? Even if I just saw you open carrying,
You can't do that. That's uncomfortable. Sorry.
even if I saw you, no. So the law specifically states any peace officer can request identification from anybody who's open carrying, okay? It's specifically open carrying.
And it says
now,
that-
when I turn the corner, I could clearly see that you're open carrying, okay?
So,
that's it.
let's
Okay,
go one at a time. So if like a 50-year-old man who's clearly 50, if he was carrying, you can take his ID?
if I could easily determine that this guy's well over 21, then every circumstance is different, okay? Every circumstance is different, but you got to go. I explained to you what the circumstances of the call was, right?
Yeah.
The circumstances of the call was that there's a teenager.
So why would you assume I'm illegally carrying then?
Because
What
if you're not,
purpose?
because if you're not 21, you can't open carry in the state of Texas.
So,
you can't
okay,
even own a
what makes you
firearm in the
think
state of
What makes you
Texas.
think I'm under the age of 21?
Well, you look younger than 21 to me, and then you
Why?
also refuse to
When was
ID.
the last time you saw someone
So,
who's 20, around 21?
We see people out here all the time, okay?
Right.
There's no way of knowing who's old and who's not. But now you're telling me you don't even have ID on you to confirm your age.
Right.
So you're just making the situation even worse.
What's
I saw
Stuart?
No, she's my supervisor. You can talk to her all day long.
Stuart, Nordine. Remember Joshua Nordine? He pulled me over on 183. He searched my car, refused, and he got the dog. It was probably like 3 years ago. Xavier.
Okay.
Ring the bell? It was a while ago. I told you. Charger. White Charger.
White?
Yes, ma'am. No, I don't know. How old was I at the time, would you reckon? If it was 2 years ago, there was some,
Well, he refused ID initially.
But you know I'm not underage, 16.
No. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not saying you should have a...
he didn't know.
I know.
16, 18, doesn't matter. 21 is
Right.
the age limit, correct?
Yep.
So you and I both know that. But
And I'm
now,
21 or older.
okay, but now you don't have a way to prove it because you don't have ID on you. I asked you for your ID.
I
You
don't
said
need,
you're not
I don't
showing
need
me.
to prove it.
Oh.
You need to find why I'm not underage.
I just explained to you why you have to show me
Just
ID.
because I look it, you can say that for anyone.
It doesn't. As a peace officer, if I am suspicious that somebody is unlawfully carrying a sidearm, specifically a sidearm, not a rifle, not a samurai sword, not a pocket knife, but a sidearm pistol.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. If I'm suspicious of anybody that may be violating, all right, the age requirement, which is 21, I can request ID to confirm. I'm well within my rights to do that.
I don't have to identify.
Okay, then you get detained until I can confirm what your
So how are you
identity
gonna
is.
do it?
Well, how about you start giving me your name and date of birth, and that would help.
How is that not?
Because now I can
unconstitutional?
confirm who you are,
can
what
just-
your age
You can
is.
just take anyone. It's a Fourth Amendment violation.
No, it's not a Fourth Amendment violation.
How is it
do you
not?
know his
Secure-
information?
Securing my person and papers. It was a long time ago.
God, it was.
Are you going to help us out so we can wrap this up, or what? If you tell me you're 21, that's
wasting
fine.
my time. I didn't bring you here.
Okay.
It's October 5th,
Okay.
1999.
Mr. Xavier, what is your last name?
That's all you need. October 5th, 1999.
Oh, I need a last name, because if you have an ID,
So you're gonna run it?
if you have, yeah, I'm going to run it, but I can't run it just with first name. I need a last name too.
I'm telling you, I was born in 99.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Okay. Give me just a moment. I'll be
Yeah.
right with you.
The officer runs his ID, finds out he's 23 years old, and goes to release him as he should.
Turn around. So you understand the importance of, if you're going to open carry, have some ID on you. You realize that you still have to be able to prove that you're legally able to carry whatever firearm you carry. You realize that, right?
You're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. Therefore, the burden lies on the government to prove that you're guilty, and you have no burden upon you to prove your innocence. Yes, if he had given his ID early on, it could have possibly made things a little quicker, but he was in no way legally obligated to do so.
Two law enforcement
I
officers,
approve.
the peace officers. If you are questioned,
if I'm not breaking the law, then
you were breaking the law. But when it comes to firearms,
Then I don't have to prove anything
specifically
to you.
sidearms, specifically sidearms, or rather pistols. Excuse me. Specifically, any peace officer can question anybody open carrying.
Can you pull up the code for that so I can?
I don't need to pull up the code.
That's not what it says,
Okay.
dude. And specifically, there is law that says you can't detain people on the basis of firearms alone.
You got this? You good?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna unload this for you.
It's not loaded.
Good thing there's not a round in the chamber, because he's pointing the gun at his partner.
Well, you got a mag in there.
Yeah, but it's not loaded. It's not chambered.
Oh, I got you.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to put it in for me?
Well, I will if you want me to.
Well, if that makes you feel safe.
No. Are you okay with just? I'm gonna give this to you. As soon as I leave, you do whatever you want. Okay?
What about the mags?
I'm giving it to you.
Don't put it in the gun?
I'm saying as soon as I leave, do whatever you want. If you want to load it as soon as I take off from here, that's fine. You can load it. I don't care what you do. All right. I'm gonna give you my card. If you got any questions you want to follow up, that's
have
fine.
your name in?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Dude, have some ID on you. It's that simple.
You don't need to. That's the whole point of the Constitution.
That's
Fourth Amendment.
That's fine. Okay.
Securing my person and papers.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And in the state of Texas, as a Texas peace officer, if I see somebody open carrying a firearm and I have any reason to suspect that they may be unlawfully carrying that firearm, that's sidearm, I can request ID.
Isn't that like probable cause or reasonable suspicion?
It's a reasonable suspicion. It's reasonable and articulable suspicion. That's what I just got done explaining to you.
Underage?
Yeah, and the violation was you being underage, not 21. That's what it is.
But Stewart said he's probably over 21.
Okay, exactly. Okay, that's what she got here. I don't know who you are.
Right. No, I get that. You weren't going to take me out of the handcuffs regardless until I told you.
Yeah, so I could confirm. Okay, that's okay. Whether it took a minute longer, 2 minutes longer, whatever. All right, up to that point, you were being. Okay. Well,
you can just say you don't care about it.
Of course I do. Of course I do. I care about both, deeply. But I also care about people respecting what the law says. And the law says that as a peace officer, if I suspect anybody who's violating.
Sidearm only though? Is that what you said specifically?
Specifically pistol, yeah, because there's specific laws about pistol. You know what they are.
You don't know the
Texas
code?
open carry law. What's that?
What's the penal code so I can look it up?
Why don't you look it up? I know what the penal code is.
What is it? Say it directly.
All right, we're not going to sit here and have
you don't know it.
We're not, okay.
That's not what it says.
Okay, all right.
That's okay.
You're free to go. You can look it up all you want, okay? Unless you do really want me to look it up for you specifically?
I appreciate it.
I'll help you out. I will help you out.
What does it say?
Section 411.205. The law says that if a person with a license to carry handgun, in this particular case because we're open carry now, so...
Okay,
a lot of the verbiage hasn't caught up yet, but is carrying a handgun and is asked by a peace officer to show ID, they must show both.
If somebody has a license to carry? But how does that continue?
Because the LTC... So there's still a lot of catching up that the terminology of LTC and open carry has, because I have an LTC, but I don't need it anymore.
Right.
So this law that the cop is citing pertains to when the state of Texas used to tell you that you had to have a permission slip from your master to carry a firearm. And we called it a license to carry. Now, the way that worked is when you bought that permission slip from your master, you signed on the dotted line agreeing to a bunch of terms and conditions. One of those conditions that you signed agreeing to being that when slave patrol, also called police officers, catch one of the slaves with a firearm, the slave is immediately supposed to show his master's permission slip to have that firearm. However, in 2021, the state of Texas finally recognized that one has a constitutional right to carry a firearm, and therefore wrote into their legislation that you don't have to have that permission slip from your master to show slave patrol. So when the cop is saying that the verbiage hasn't caught up with the new open carry laws, what he's trying to say is that there's still old laws on the books that violate the constitutional right to carry, and that he's still trying to enforce those old laws.
If you don't have an LTC, you now do not need it. However, if you are open carrying, right? So now the new law with open carry, you still got to be 21, right? So if I request ID, you got to show it to prove that you're 21. Driver's license or other ID. Well, then look, man, you can go argue it all you want, okay?
I will.
That's fine. All right, you got any questions?
No,
that's it. You're free to go.
Guys, don't forget to head over to the merch store, get that Flag of Tyranny shirt or the Back the Blue until it happens to you.